So, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. As we, this is a Shabbat before Shavuot, and we usually have a smaller crowd after religious school has ended, and one of the nicest things of having a small crowd is the possibility to be closer to each other. So I want to invite you to avoid the third or the fourth rows and to choose the first or the second one and to sit close, and so we can feel and hear each other's voices, and in that way we can create a bit more energy together. Yai dai dai da da dai dai da da dai dai da da dai da da dai dai da dai 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 yai dai dai da da dai dai da da dai dai da da dai dai da da dai dai da dai dai yai dai dai yai da 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 yai da 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 ya da 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 yai da 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 yai da 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 yai da 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 yai da 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 Previous one. Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Evenu Shalom, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Evenu Shalom. טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד הבאנו שלום עליכם עליכם הבאנו שלום Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Evenu Shalom. Hine ma tov ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Now, yes, we are going to turn our slideshow to the previous one. The previous one. We're going to light the candles.
Nope.
No, the one that lights Shabbat candle. And alternatively, this is how it works. So we have all kind of alternative ways that our members have developed to light the Shabbat candle, but we actually are supposed to take in one piece. Okay. That's Laila is not here today, but she left me with thank you, Tony. She left me with very clear instructions on how to light the Shabbat candles, and and several years of rabbinate having prepared me to this moment, but Laila did just an hour ago in the phone. So please do it right. And if it is your custom, please rise and join us for the Shabbos blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של Shabbat Shalom. Thank you very much. Good Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom. You did so beautifully. You may be seated. And one more. I invite you to open your Sidurim on page 129. 129. Just leave it. So we are going to be switching a little bit of the song between the songs that we have for our family service and some of the songs that we do in our regular Shabbat service. Tomorrow we will be celebrating the holiday of Shavuot. And in our tradition, Shavuot is compared with a marriage between the people of Israel and its God. And the act of the Kinyan happens when the Torah is given to us. And that's why many communities raise a chuppah while they are reading the Ten Commandments. And so we will do tomorrow. And as we enter this Shabbat, we think about love. We think about this beautiful day that was given to us out of a deep act of love. We're on page 129, Dodi Li. Now, yes, we are going to acknowledge the time that we start together, this Shabbat, and our being together in minor. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה, הנה, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. אוי אוי אוי, שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים ויחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה, הנה, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. אוי אוי אוי, שבת אחים גם יחד. אוי שבת אחים אוי אחים גם יחד. אוי אוי אוי, שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים אוי אחים גם יחד. We sing on page 138 if you are holding a siddur. In the center of our Shabbat service, there is the presence of a beautiful bride, a beautiful queen that brings and fills with her magic this sacred day. Lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekavela. Shamor וסחור
בדיבור אחד,
ישמיענו אל אבני
אדוני אחד,
ושמו אחד, לשמו לתפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונחה, כי מהכל עבדך מראש מקרן נסוכה. סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, כי בעורך קומי אורי, אורי, שברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי, please rise, לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. We face the door of the synagogue. בואי ושלום התרת בלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי קהלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. You may be seated. And as we welcome Shabbat, you can look around, look at each other, and say, Shabbat Shalom, good Shabbos. You can greet each other, Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom, good Shabbat. You have a paper airplane.
So, we're going to turn now our Siddurim to page 140. And the presentation, a couple of slides. Perfect. Psalm 92. We are going to sing just the words of Tzadik Katamar, but we are going to do it with the music that we do for choir service. On page 140, Tzadik Katamar. Tzadik Katamar nifrach eres balbanon iskach shetolim bevet Adonai Eloheinu Yafrihu Odenu Vesema Veshenim Delananim Iu Lehagid Kishat Adonai Tzuri Velo Avladav. Page 144, Chetzi Kaddish. And if you're under the age of 13 years old and you're going to have a bar or bat mitzvah in the next 5 years or year, why don't you open your Siddur on page 144 and you follow the words of Chetzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemer Rava ve'alma divrach chiluteh ve'amlich malchuteh b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'chayei b'chol Beit Yisrael b'gala u'bizman kariv ve'imru Amen. Yehi Shmer Rava Mevorach Le'olam u'lol ve'almaya Yivarach
יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמר קדושיו
B'chol leila minko b'chata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata Amin v'alma v'imru Amen. Am I awake? Am I prepared?
Are you listening to my prayer?
Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared?
Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai
HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time, and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night.
Creator of day and night, rolling light into darkness and darkness into light. Baruch atah Adonai, Amarif Aravim. And as we get closer to the recitation of the Shema Israel, we try to take a moment to think about the wonders in our personal world. We try to recognize, we try to acknowledge those things that make us feel deeply loved, those sources from which we extract the sense of an everlasting love. I invite you to close your eyes just for a moment and to picture what's that idea of everlasting love for you. It might be a landscape, it might be a memory, or a person. It might be your childhood aromas. And as we think of these ideas, we focus for a moment in our breath. In Hebrew, the word breath, neshima, is almost like the word soul, neshama. And our tradition teaches us that the gates of our soul are open through the work of our breath. So I invite you to focus for a moment in your breath, to become aware of your breath, to breathe in and out, and once again, in and out. To take a deep breath and to become one. We say, "Be'avatcha al tasir mimenu leolamim, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Israel." Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. We turn our Sidurim to page 154, and you can also follow the reading of the Shema on the screen. Let's chant together.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם נאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
אדוני אלוהיכם אמת, אמת באמונתו, כל סוד וקיים עלינו, כי אדוני אלוהינו בן סולתו ואנחנו ישראל עמו. Oh, 154.
Redemption. The Israelites walked into the Red Sea 1 foot at a time. What were they thinking about as the water rose up their legs, chilling their hearts, advancing toward their open mouths? We continue to walk here now, 1 foot at a time, on our better days forward. Alone, I cannot reach the far shore without drowning. Somehow I don't go under. The person to my right holds me up. Something I cannot see holds him up. Blessed is the source of help, so often unexpected. I step forward. The sea is vast. Blessed are you, gracious one, for your miracles that greet us every day.
מרכיף אדוני את יעקב, וגאה לו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. משכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום. We turn our Sidurim to page 160 as we also turn to the next slide.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, לשלום. Guard us from all harmful things. Oh, Adonai, keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. Amen.
אדוני, הבורא סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. Now as we turn our slide to this D major, this next slide, open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. We're going to start singing that, and we're going to transition directly into Tfilat Amidah, which you will find on page 164.
Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love, open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love,
Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love, open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love, open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Tfilat Amidah on page 166.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
לא, לא, לישראל נחתם, שימו לב.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו
שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. איי לה 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 הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו We turn our Siurim to page 371 for Mishe Berach. You can also follow this prayer for healing on our screen. And I invite you to share if you have someone that you are praying for his or her healing in this night of Shabbat. Sten Pessner and Raf Aaron Levin.
before.
wish refuah shlema v'chlama meira to all those that are asking for healing. So, family services, we usually read a storybook, and we had a storybook today. But considering that we have a vast majority of adults tonight, we'll share a reflection. Now, a very classic rabbinical question, and I'd like the children to answer if you know why, or if you want to guess why. A very classic rabbinical question is, why was the Torah given to the people of Israel in the desert? Why was the Torah given to the people of Israel in the desert? Okay, that's a great idea. And any other idea? Amitai, wait. What?
Do you expect us to know this answer?
I do. I do. But, so, Sydney, you have, please, come on. It's like Havaya service. We always speak. We are used to that.
Because when Moses left to go get the 10 Commandments, they honored another god, and this was to help them renew their faith.
Oh, that's a very, very interesting idea. Because of the sin of the golden calf, that this is a great opportunity to create a new commitment. Great idea. But I will focus on a different one today. That's a possible right, but I want to focus on a slightly different idea. Now, what happened in Jewish tradition just 7 weeks ago? Pesach. So we said to Egypt, bye-bye. We ran away from Egypt. We crossed, what? The red one, the Sea of Reeds. The Sea of Reeds. Is sometimes, because sometimes referred that way, Gabi. We cross, how do you say that in Hebrew? Yam Suf. So we crossed the Red Sea. We made it to the other shore, and we said Hallelujah. We actually did say Hallelujah. We were happy and very joyful, and God said, hey, wait a minute, don't sing so much or too much. The Egyptians are dying there. They are my children as well. And that was it, right? Now, 7 weeks later, in our tradition, it was a bit more time, but 7 weeks later, no, it was actually 7 weeks. The reason I'm saying about the accounting of the time is because we are not certain about the exact day of Shavuot. So it's an assumption. But let's say that 49 days later, 50 days later, Shavuot, we received the Torah. So, why these 50 days are so important? Why is this period of time so important? And why was the Torah given to us in the desert? That's because it was where they were. A very, very nice idea. So Torah should be taken and accepted wherever you are. Great idea. Any other idea? Guidance. I like the word guidance. Go with that.
Okay, I was just saying that because he needed help. You need guidance to get through the desert.
Great. So let me take it from there. So we need some guidance to go through the desert. Now, the reality is that the Torah, or the teaching, the word Torah also refers to the word teaching in Jewish tradition. The teaching of the Exodus that we think about freedom, etc., is the Torah of survival. We survived. We ran away. We escaped. We are alive. Hallelujah. And that's it. And sometimes life feels exactly that way. You are dealing with something that is actually very, very challenging. You recognize that challenge. And at some point, you succeed to get rid or run away, escape, survived that challenge. It can be anything. And you say, I'm done. And like, perfect. Like, they didn't kill me. They didn't make it throughout the sea. I did. I survived. I am done. I am ready to move on. But the reality is that life is not just about surviving. Life is a bit more than that. We don't want to base our lives just in survival. You know, you can't be doing diet forever. At some point, you need to learn how to eat. You need to have a program. You need to have a plan. Now, the reality is that those that ran away from Egypt couldn't immediately take Torah because they were just survivors. They just survived. They just ran away. They were breathing. Just a moment. But 50 days later, it gets to a point in which you actually need to think how you want to live your life, how you want to move forward in your life. And you can't keep thinking about, okay, we made it, like, done. Egypt is behind. You need to be able to look forward. And in order to look forward, we have to adopt some practice. We have to have some vision, some idea of where we are going and how we're going to make it. So Torah comes to answer to the how question. If the exodus from Egypt was the definition of, I don't want to be here. This is a wrong place for me. This is not the place where I want to be. And I need to move away from this place. The fact that you have been able to move away from a place that is wrong for you doesn't mean that you actually know what is your promised land. And the Torah comes to help us define how we're going to make it to that promised land and what's the way to the promised land. The Torah is a GPS for our souls. Now, something about context. If the question that we are trying to answer in Passover is, what are right and wrong places for us, and what are the places in which we are not supposed to be anymore, the question in Shabbat will be, what's the question in Shabbat? What? Where am I supposed to be? Any other takers? That's a great question. Where do we go from here? What? So how often do you ask yourself that question? So I think that most of the time, we feel uncomfortable. We are able to define where we don't want to be. What are the places that we want to escape from? But we really struggle with the definition of where we really want to be. So as we are going to receive Torah again tomorrow, I want to invite you to think about where you want to be. And it doesn't matter if you are 9 years old, 8 years old, 70 years old, 80, or 95 years old. As far as you are alive, it's a great thing to ask yourself where you want to be, where you want to live, and how you want to lead and guide your life. And one last thing, the Torah was given to the Jewish people in a very special mountain. What was that mountain? Sinai. And what does the Midrash says about Sinai? Gilad, you know what the Midrash says about Sinai? The Midrash says that Sinai was actually the smallest, the tiniest, the smallest mountain in the area. From all the mountains, Torah was given to us in the smallest one. One reason for us to be humble and to be able to combine pride, the pride of being who we are, and humility for being who we are. And one more thing, Susan, to remind us that all of us can reach Torah because it is in the smallest mountain, so it's accessible for all of us at any point of our lives. Shabbat Shalom. We will continue our service on page 586 with Aleinu Leshabeach without the scream. Aleinu Leshabeach Ladon HaKol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל ההמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. You may be seated. At the end of our not for the Aleinu. At the end of our service, we take a moment to acknowledge mourners among our community. If you are during the first 7 days of mourning, Shiva, please rise. If you are during the first 30 days of mourning, Shloshim, please rise and remind us who you are remembering. If you are during the cycle of the first year of mourning, please rise and remind us who you are remembering. If you have a yahrzeit this week, please rise and remind us who you are remembering. Thank you very much. Now you can support our fellows with your voices and your hearts for Mourners Kaddish on page 598. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותה, בהמליך מלכותה, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב באמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי קודשה בריחו, לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירם בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, בחיים טובים עלינו ועל כל ישראל באמרו אמן. עושה שלום באמרומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל באמרו אמן. May the memories of your dear ones be a living blessing in your life. You may be seated. So, time to dance. So we are going to acknowledge Simches. If you have your birthday anniversary or a very special Simcha during the month of June, please let us know. Sidney, come on. We had like 2 kids that were born in June. I happen to know. You know why I know that? Because of your bat mitzvah next year. I have it in my schedule. So let's start by the older one.
My name's Sydney, and my birthday is June 20th, and I'll be 12.
12. And when your bat mitzvah is going to be?
June 20th, 2020.
On your birthday.
Wow.
On your birthday. Next year. I'm coming. And what about you, little man?
My name is Amatai, and my birthday is today, and I'm turning 9.
Yes, you are 9 years old. Is there anyone else with a simcha that you want to share? No, stay here. In the month of June.
How can I go?
By myself. I've been married 42 years.
Mazal tov, congratulations. So, if you want to join Sydney and Amitai here, as we say, in Judaism, she's such a good example. So in Judaism, we celebrate time. We celebrate as our years pass. We feel wiser, and we love to be alive. So we celebrate our lives every day, every moment, every hour. And we say, Sheheyanu ve'ekimanu ve'egiyanu lazmanase.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Thank you very much. Mazal tov. So the slide died. No one is here. Zach, PJ, are you here? Do we have any Zach or PJ here? Okay, so next one, Zach. The next one, Zach. Next one.
Nope.
No, one less. So, no, 2 less. Okay, doesn't matter. So we're gonna ask you to. Our friends are very, very confused today. I ask you to.
Whoa.
To help me with the wine. We're going to deliver the wine. You want to help me with the wine? You too? Great. You look very comfortable. So I think
Please make me
Go.
uncomfortable.
the challah later. Yes, definitely. So
I choose.
in the meantime, I want to give you some. One less. Yes, that one. I want to give you some updates tomorrow morning. We are going to be reading Parashat Bamidbar. We are going to start the book of Numbers, and we are going to be counting things, names and people. Tomorrow night, we are going to be celebrating Shavuot. So if you are going to be participating in the cheesecake contest, say hi. If you want to make a quiche, say hi. 4 quiches, say hi. Do you say 4, Miriam? No, you're retired. Come on, you have lots of time.
Or wine. Where'd the wine go? Juices?
So, ויחולו השמיים בארץ בכל צבאם. ביום ויכל אלוהים ביום השביעי ויקדש אותו כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר בא אלוהים לעשות כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר בא אלוהים לעשות. Next slide please. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפם. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו בשבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת עם כל העמים בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. לחיים everyone. Now we are going to do a motzi. Give this one. Awesome. Can you hold this? Two sides. You need to be very firm. Good. Awesome. פותח את ידיך ומשביע לכל חי רצון. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המוציא לחם מן הארץ ותאבון. Like this. And we're going to pass the challah in two directions. No, I need to make an real effort. Miriam, how are your catching abilities? So you need to share it. Sydney, you need to share with the people there. Good. Good catch. Good catch. כי יש מילה שבת. and fast. כי יש מילה שבת, אל ישמרני. כי יש מילה שבת, אל ישמרני. עלי אותי לאהוב ביד, בינו וביני. אותי לאהוב ביד, בינו וביני. יש מנה שבת, אל ישמרני. יש מנה שבת, אל ישמרני. עלי אותי לאהוב ביד, בינו וביני. אותי לאהוב ביד, בינו וביני. יש מנה שבת, אל ישמרני. יש מנה שבת, אל ישמרני. עלי אותי לאהוב ביד, בינו וביני. אותי לאהוב ביד, בינו וביני. כי יש מנה שבת, אל ישמרני. יש מנה שבת, אל ישמרני. עלי אותי לאהוב ביד, בינו וביני. אותי לאהוב ביד, בינו וביני. יש מנה שבת, אל ישמרני. כי יש מנה שבת, אל ישמרני. עלי אותי לאהוב ביד, בינו וביני. אותי לאהוב ביד, בינו וביני. כי יש מנה שבת, אל
כי יש מלה שבת, נשמרני עללה, אותי לכל ביד בינו וביני, אותי לכל ביד בינו וביני.
You did very well. You survived.
I survived.
You survived very well.